Success is not sudden, it is slow. It takes its own course of time. When you are when you are on your path to the success, then you are expecting the best thing to happen to you, and the best thing which can happen to you is not going to be so much cheap. uh, it will take its own time. There's the course of time over which it will happen to you, and you can realize that it is more fruitful now. If you just say that I was expecting to be get success when I was just 25 or 30, and I'm getting at 40, you actually will feel the success is more fruitful. It is like the ice cream. If you put this ice cream in the deep freeze for more time, then you are getting a good iced ice cream. The icing is very good. That's exactly what success is. You are going to feel it. You are going to feel that yes, it is more fruitful right now than if it had happened. This thing have ever happened when I was 20 or 25 or 30. Just say. So this is what the slow process is. This is what the daily, very much, what I can say is the daily improvement. Slow, little, but daily improvement. So in this week's episode, I'm going to talk about exactly this thing: how you can slow down, how the 1% rule, very famous, how the 1% rule helps you, how you can actually feel these changes, feel the things happening to you. So let's start this week's episode. Hi everybody, my name is Akash, and this is the AR Core Show, a podcast for and about the youth. Now, when I say the 1% rule, you would ask, what is this? What is 1% rule? It is given by James Clear. If you know him, the author of a very famous book, New York Times bestseller, Atomic Habits. James Clear said, if you improve yourself 1% day by day, at the end of 1 year, you would have improved 37%. It means you would be 37 steps ahead of what you were 365 or 366 days before today. This is what 1% rule says. Now, how you can apply this 1% rule in your life? So, there are a number of things, there are a number of steps. Firstly, let's talk a very minute aspect of it. Why this thing? Why we need the success? Why we say that I need to improve, or this thing that I have to improve because I am seeing that person, he is doing very much better than me, and I cannot even match this person. Why this is happening? Sometimes I think that I should do anything, like I should play a guitar, and you think in your mind that yeah, I can play this guitar, and when you actually play that guitar, you kind of feel that, oh, that's very horrible. Believe me, you will feel that's really very horrible. I thought I would play better than this what I am playing. And this is what the term is, the taste gap. The taste gap term was given by Ira Glass. He's a podcaster. The taste gap was given by this man. And what the taste gap says, it is exactly what you are feeling. The thing that you imagine to happen and the thing which is happening right now. Say you are imagining and you are hoping to get 90% in your goals and you end up getting 85. That 5% is the taste gap. That 5% is the taste gap, and what this creates is the need for improvement. Then you think, I need to improve. And here comes the 1% rule. Exactly 1% rule, it is the slow process. You are improving 1% day by day. Obviously, it will take a long course of time. As I said, 1 year you will be 37% better. But you say only 37%. I was imagining that I can improve a lot more. That's why it is slow process. And believe me, the slow process is the most efficient, is the most effective process. You can improve yourself. You can make you a better of you, day by day. Now, when I say the taste gap, when you start to adopt this 1% rule, the slow habits you adopt, then this taste gap starts to reduce, it starts to decrease. And there will be a point when this taste gap is null. There's no taste gap. You are getting what you have imagined. For example, say a girl or a boy, everyone, uh, he was just cramming in the boards. Okay, from the very first test, he was or she was cramming all the things, getting good marks, just average or good marks. And over the course of time, he have been cramming all those things. And after the boards, when the result came, you are surprised. That person made 95%, whom you are hoping he's just cramming, she's just cramming, she can get all the tests. I have seen he or she is getting 70%, 75, 80%. And then you suddenly see, oh my god, you got 85%, 90%, 95%. How is this possible? This is possible by 1% rule. When he's cramming, he or she is improving 1% day by day. And this is what is happening. A slow and steady improvement. Scott Adams, I don't know you know him or not. I just read somewhere. Scott Adams, he's a cartoonist. He, you know what he has said to himself when he wrote his first comic book. He said, "I'm going to be the best seller on the New York Times. My book is going to be rock the books." I don't know what to say. I mean, he just imagined, he just said to himself that I'm going to the best author. I'm going to one of the greatest author. I'm going to the author whose books are selling a number of times. A number of books are sold. This is what a strong affirmation to self. This is what Scott Adams did. He did for his first book and for second book. Both the books were outselling everything. So this is the power of self-affirmation, powerful stated self-affirmations. When you say to yourself that I'm going to do this, I'm going to get amazing marks in the boards. This is what self-affirmation, this is how you can build this improvement habit in yourself. Now, okay, I have affirmed to myself I'm going to improve, but how actually do I adopt this 1%, this slow process of growth? How you can do is, there are few very simple steps. First, you can fix a deadline. You can say that I'm going to finish this work in 1 year. Okay. Now start from step by step. The narrow columns, make narrow columns of that work. Start from 1, 2, 3 and go on. And at the end of year, the work will be completed. It's the deadline method. You can put a deadline, and that's easily can have you in the improvement process. Number 2, 1% every day. Every time you do something, try to make the better what you did in the last. Definitely, it's not sure that you are going to make it better. You just try your best. You just try to do the best thing from your kind. Just change something. If say you are trying to write something, or just leave that. If you are writing something and you want to improve your handwriting, what you can do is just change some of the letters you write. Maybe this time you feel, oh no, it got worse. This is what you can get better or you can get worse. This is not in your hands, but what is in your hands is to practice, is to make yourself on the path of improvement. If there are some laws, then it is the rule of nature. If there are laws, then you are going to have the ups also. If there are laws, if you got something wrong, then you are now clear picture with you that this thing is making me down, and I'm not going to adopt this thing. I'm changing from this thing to some another thing. And that's how can you improve daily, how you can improve every time you do something. The another kind you can is dedicate some time daily to learn something new. This is like say you need to learn something, you are into meditation. Just do not just start that, oh, I see a yogi, he was meditating like an hour straight, I'm going to do that. Start, I'm going to meditate for 2 minutes today, and then increase this time day by day. You can increase this time by seconds, you can increase to minutes. But do not just say that, I see that man meditating for hours and hours, I'm going to do this. And when you are not able to, then, oh, it's not my cup of tea. It is yours. The thing is, you need to start, and how you need to start and how you need to improve is the slow process, is the steady process. And everything is possible if the process is slow, if the process is steady. You can see, it's just an example. When I talk about Obama, when I talk about Hitler, when I talk about Saddam Hussein, when I talk about Narendra Modi, when I talk about say Osama bin Laden, what they did, they are making themselves 1% or just a little percent of themselves better day by day. Everyone, from terrorists to the politicians to businessmen, everyone is trying to make them 1% better. This is what you can learn, this thing, the strategy, how to do things from terrorists very easily. From they plan everything, and slowly they start to plan their ideas, they start to procure the inputs, they start to whatever they do, just slowly. They do not just say that, okay, let's nuke that country, and the next day everything is finished. They planned. If you read about Osama, then you would know that it took him around 20 years to attack. And that's what slow process is. Little improvements, no matter, but important is that you are improving. That's what matter. That's why every time, you can see every hiring agency, if this is a placement cell in your college, you can see that whenever a company comes, the HR and all that person, they are looking for the improvements in your grades. If you are showing the improvements, consistency is good, but if you are showing improvement, then they know that you can improve. And the most important thing is improve. Consistency is good, but when you are consistent, you are just lagging behind, you are not up to the level. A term related to the economics, inflation. It happens with money. Year by year, the value of the say there are 100 rupees, the value of that 100 rupee year by year decreases. That's what exactly happens to you. If you are not doing something improvement, then your value is just waste. You are not coping up with the rising level of the world, the demands of the world. So you have to inflate yourself also. You have to improve yourself day by day, year by year, and it's a long process. You can say, if just you start to do something new, and okay, take this thing. When any specific skill you want to learn, say you want to learn photography, you want play guitar, you want to learn videography, you want to write something, like you want to write a novel, you cannot write the perfect in the very first attempt. That's, if you do this, that's amazing. But here I'm talking about the common other peoples. You cannot do this thing in the very first attempt. You have to perform a few attempts. Every great writer attempts. And if you have heard about that story about Picasso, then there's this thing that a woman asked him to draw her a portrait, and then he draws something for him, and he said that it would be going to sell for this amount. He just drew it in 30 seconds. And when she asked, how did you do this? Just 30 seconds and this is going to sell for this much amount. Picasso said, for these 30 seconds, I have put my 30 years of life. And this is what slow process is. Slow process is good. You cannot expect a thing to happen overnight. As usual, good things take time, but most importantly, good things come. That's all. This is for this week's episode. If there's anything in your mind, if you want to say anything, just you can write in the comments box of our YouTube video, or just anywhere on our social media, on anywhere. Or you can email me, you can DM me, anything you just want. If you have anything in your mind, please do this thing. Let's grow the community. Let's engage everyone. And that's all. Thanks for listening. I'll see you the next week. And till then, be youth and be happy.